You?
Me?
Yeah, you're going to save some money with a very interesting site.
And you? I'm going to shoot little pellets at you with a new robot.
And after that, we might talk about this new Apple Card I heard about.
Or lasers.
Oh.
It's time for iOS Today.
Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
iOS Today is brought to you by Calm, the #1 app to help reduce your stress, relax your mind, and help you sleep. Get 25% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/iOS Today. And by DoorDash. DoorDash connects you to your favorite restaurants in your city. Get $5 off your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter the promo code iOS Today. And by AfterShokz, unbelievably comfortable open-ear headphones. Hear music and crystal clear phone calls like never before. Visit iostoday.aftershokz.com and use the code iOS Today for $50 off the tech bundle. Lasers.
What does laser stand for?
Oh, God, I know what it does. Hold on. It's time for iOS Today. Hello there, Mikah Sargent.
Hello there, Leo Laporte.
Our import from Missouri.
All the way from Missouri.
All the way from Missouri. Do people say Missouri?
People do say Missouri. I do not say Missouri.
So not everybody in Missouri says Missouri.
Correct. In fact, I would hazard to guess, whatever, that most people in Missouri say Missouri.
Yeah.
It's just certain parts where they say Missouri.
So I guess that's a regionalism that's dying. For instance, I was taught before I went to Kentucky that it's pronounced Louisville.
Oh, Louisville.
Louisville.
Versus
not Louisville.
What? Oh, Louisville.
It's
Gotcha.
Louisville.
Louisville. Well, Toronto is Toronto.
And Baltimore is Balmer.
Yeah, and Petaluma is actually
Puma.
Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome to Puma.
Welcome to Puma, California.
Today on iOS Today, we're going to save you money in a rare kind of turnabout. Because usually we spend your money, but today we're going to save you money. And it's all because of Mikah. Mikah, it turns out, is frugal. Are you frugal?
I am a certain amount of frugal. So I learned it from my mother and my grandmother. My grandmother, I would even call her cheap, and she's okay with that. She would self-identify as cheap.
Yeah.
My mother is very frugal, very smart shopper, but not cheap. And then I can spend. I mean, I'm a techie. Of course, I spend more money than I need to.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, but I still try to find the deals when I can.
Well, that's one of the things that is nice about what we're about to show you is you only save money when you spend money. So you get the best of both worlds.
And so the only way to make money.
You can't be frugal unless you spend money.
This is true.
Well, you could be frugal by not spending money entirely, but that's not what we're going to show you how to do today.
No, that is something you can do without our help.
My wife is frugal. She says it all the time. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to mention what she uses. I can't really use it because I apparently have an account, but I don't know what it is. It's called Honey. Do you know about Honey?
I've heard of Honey only through advertisements. Honey's always telling me that I need to get Honey.
She will not buy anything without first going to Honey. Mm-hmm. See, if there's a better price, we'll find it. But really what it is, that's misleading. You're going to show us things that will actually find better prices. This doesn't do that. It searches for coupons. And it turns out there are a lot of coupons. So you install Honey in your browser. They find the working promo codes, and then they apply the code instantly while you're buying.
So they're tracking you while you shop.
Oh, yes. And so you might wonder why a service like this would be free.
Yeah.
That's exactly why. Time Magazine said it's basically free money. Well, yeah, but they're going to make money on something. And what is it they're going to make money on? You're exactly right. They want you to have it in your browser because then they know everywhere you go and they can sell that. So Consumer Reports says, forget about Googling coupon codes. That's true, except that you're giving up a little something to Honey. And so it actually, for all the things we're about to recommend, that's almost always the case. There is a tit for tat. So read the privacy policies.
Absolutely. which, that can be a little complicated, but I certainly encourage it. And I think that it's important that you know at least why and how they are capturing your data.
Although you can pretty much guess.
Yeah. It's like, if I'm shopping through the site, then they probably know how and where I'm shopping.
Yeah. Turns out that's pretty valuable, I guess.
Yeah, that's worth some kind of money for sure.
Yeah.
So the first one that I want to talk about is not an app, but it is instead a site called CamelCamelCamel.
Love CamelCamelCamel.
CamelCamelCamel. It's the place to save some money. And you
is
can
that
have that
really
for free,
their jingle?
Camel. It is now.
Wow, that was pretty good. Off the top of your head.
Right off the top.
You're just a jingle meister.
That's what they called me in high school.
Jingle meister?
So
John Jacob Jingle Meister
Schmidt. Sargent.
Yeah. So now you can, I think there is a CamelCamelCamel extension for Chrome, I believe. So you could, again, like Honey, have that running wherever you go.
Yes.
But you might, like Honey, consider
that it's something you don't necessarily want there. But I have it set up on their site. I've got a few different links. So speaking of my grandma who self-identifies as cheap, one of the things that she's got really into, because I really like it, is the Instant Pot. But for her, she didn't need the big one that I have. She was just okay with getting the small one, and she didn't want to pay full price for it. So I said, I'll set up a CamelCamelCamel, at which point I explained to her what a CamelCamelCamel was. And essentially what it lets you do, it's particularly helpful with Amazon. You drop in a link, and it shows you the history of the price of this product over time.
It's actually an amazing eye-opener because I don't know if people are aware of the fact, but as you can see from that graph, Amazon's prices change dramatically, quickly, because Amazon uses a computer-based pricing algorithm. So Amazon is always looking at what other people are selling it for. I have a friend who sells something on Amazon, and Amazon continually undercuts him. So he'll lower his price, and immediately the Amazon price will go down.
Oh my! So he's kind of in charge of the price there.
I guess. I mean, the thing is, they're selling his product. So he made a product, had it manufactured, sells it through Amazon as a third-party fulfillment service. Amazon is apparently buying the product from his site, and then somehow, for some reason, some magical math that only Jeff Bezos understands, is selling it at a lower price. So. And it's frustrating as heck to him.
Yeah, because then they're going to buy it from Amazon. So then what, he only gets part of it? Or but they buy it from him in the end. That's very confusing.
I have to talk to Bill about this because it's a very strange thing. But you'll hear this again and again from people who sell on Amazon, is that Amazon often goes into competition with them. And the pricing algorithm, you can see it sometimes. There'll be things on Amazon that will cost $20,000 for no reason.
Yeah. And in fact, through CamelCamelCamel one time, I found, I think it was a mistake deal where it was this Dremel kit and it had all these accessories, and it was like normally $200, and for some reason it was being sold for $15.
When you see those, buy them.
Ooh, I bought that bad boy right up.
Because Amazon will honor
They
that.
honored it. It took them a long time because, of course, everybody went and bought them, so they were out of stock for a while. But when they got them back in stock, they shipped it to me, and I was like, yes, very great.
So it's unclear whether they do this on purpose or by
that
accident.
feels...
But it happens. In fact, Amazon during Prime Day was selling a fairly expensive camera plus lenses for almost nothing. And I know a lot of photographers who said, I jumped on that deal. So maybe Amazon does that so you'll spend a lot of time on Amazon. Now, let me ask you about CamelCamelCamel. It's nice to know the price history, but it doesn't give you a deal.
No, not on its own. So what this site is for monitoring over time. We're not always able to be on Amazon looking at when the price drops or when it's competing with other people. And so basically up here you can see that I've got what's called a price watch set up. And so I've seen how low the price has ever dropped in the history of it being listed on Amazon, which is about $40.
Compared to what the top price is.
Compared to the top price and then the normal price.
Well, what's
that
the
it
top
usually
price?
is.
I'm just curious.
$80, $79.99.
Half off.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. And it kind of gives you, what I like too, is it gives you most of the time when there's a deal, here's where it is. So I type in, for example, I put in 47.21 and said, let me know when this item hits that price. I get an email. I can immediately go on and buy it. Or in this case, I sent my grandma the link and said, hey, you can get this now for half off. Today, literally just this morning, so it was kind of fun.
Yeah, look at it. So it's one of it. It's so close to its low right now. It's 44. Yeah.
There's the ecobee Switch Plus, which I had been monitoring, and right now it's $10 off.
Right.
And it was
kind of like the stock market. Do you buy now or do you wait?
Do I wait? Exactly. Yeah. And so I don't know about you, but for me, that kind of adds a level of fun to it in a way. I do kind of like that game. And then in the long run, I don't need this ecobee Switch right now.
Yeah.
And so I can kind of play the game of, oh, am I going to get it at its lowest price? Am I going to wait? But when you see those deals, like I said, with that Dremel kit, I jumped right on that as quick as I could. And then there's one more thing on CamelCamelCamel that I want to mention, and that's on the main page where you can see the popular products that are available right now, and it shows you the deals that are going on. And so this is how I often find, this is where I found the Dremel kit deal. It's basically looking at different products that other people have seen on CamelCamelCamel and what people are buying, and then listing it in that. And so you can see like this light bulb or this flashlight is $4.92. It's $5 and is normally $16. Pretty good deal. They've got great tool deals a lot of the time. And they show good deal and best price options. So this is as low as it's ever gotten, what have you. And you can see it's not just, Instant Pots and little gadgets.
Is it everything on Amazon or only some things? I mean, they don't limit themselves to certain categories, right?
No, not at all. In fact, there's an iPad Pro there that's got a deal right now, and a sofa, for goodness sake, that's got $10 off.
Yeah, they don't limit it, do they?
No, you can find anything.
Wow.
And then what I like, too, are these top daily drops. Right now, this whatever this is, this graphics card, look, it was $5,652, and it's down to $500.
By the way, that's a very good GeForce GTX.
$500 from $5,000.
That's a good choice. Yeah.
Yeah, $5,600. Wow.
Yeah. I think it just went down again. Or was that just money dropping from the sky?
That was money dropping from the sky, courtesy of...
So Honey will also has a watch list. I don't see any reason not to use both of these. Right?
It depends on how you feel about Honey's privacy policy versus CamelCamelCamel's privacy policy.
You don't think they're watching you put it in the browser extension, they're watching.
Right, but I don't use a browser extension. But
so you're using on the website.
Site, yeah, on the site, this is what I do.
But you're also telling them this is what I'm watching.
I do, because you have to create an account.
Yeah.
And so it can link it to that, but I also, I don't use their links. I will.
That's how the affiliate links are probably one way they make money. And the other way they'd make money is what's more valuable than knowing what you're watching, right? Because you're about to buy it.
That means that that's
a pretty strong signal of what you're in the market for. And again, that's the kind of thing advertisers would love. That's gold.
Absolutely. And so again, all these products, I think, like you've said, are really going to do this. And I think the difference for me is kind of, do I want something that's that I know is only looking at the products that I'm into versus an extension that could be looking at all my browsing,
right? Because
it's as far as I understand it with Honey, it's like any site you go to that there could be a coupon, then it says, hey, there's a coupon for this site. So then doesn't it always have to be kind of monitoring where I'm going to find that?
Yeah.
And that makes me feel a little...
So, how frugal are you? Are you frugal enough that you use like Groupon? Do you do Groupon?
We should talk about Groupon. I don't use Groupon, one, because I've heard too many horror stories from people who've used Groupons, and then they go into the place, and then especially a lot of people like to get massages through Groupon.
Right.
And
you go, okay, you're done.
Yeah.
You're
or
done.
It's just like it's a weird set. I don't know. People were uncomfortable. I'm not into that.
It's interesting because Groupon, when it first came out, was a huge hit and raised a lot of money, and they were the flavor of the month.
There you go.
And then it kind of crashed. It's still around. It's back. I think part of the problem also, not merely problems with people using Groupons, but people offering Groupons. I've talked to many merchants who are kind of said, I'm never doing a Groupon again. The kind of people we get with Groupon, we don't like. And often we lose money on the Groupon.
I've heard that last part, especially the losing money on it. It doesn't end up making you any money, and so it doesn't make sense.
You don't get new business.
And aren't you kind of like you're pretty locked in,
right?
If you go and set
once
up your
you offer
Groupon.
it, right? They, well, for instance, the people who do my nails stopped doing Groupons because they would be 2-for-1 deals and stuff like that. But the people would never come back after they used the Groupon. So
it doesn't necessarily build a sustainable customer base.
Yeah. This, on the other hand, CamelCamelCamel, and Honey, I think these people use. I mean, Lisa won't buy anything without checking Honey first.
Maybe I'll have to check it out. I mean, I know CamelCamelCamel's watching what I do. I could set it up on a on a private browser or something. I don't know. If they're
let them have their data. What the hell do you care?
Listen, I do care, Leo, because if I don't care, then nobody's going to care, and I need people to care about their data.
Yeah.
We got to do it first. Let's talk about Wish.
Well, I don't know Wish.
Well, I wish you would check it out.
I will.
All right.
What is Wish?
Wish.
I know Lisa's taking notes right now because she's the frugal one in the family, my wife. I am not a frugaler.
No, where did I do with Wish?
Wish. For instance, I am such a bad shopper that I will fall for faux deals. Like I'll see, oh, look at this great deal, and I'll go buy it. And then I realize afterwards that wasn't such a good deal, or it was just a psychological deal. I have in my office. This was a big mistake. I think it was Android Police. It was one of the blog sites said we've never seen a price like this on. They implied it was a brand name electric toothbrush.
Okay.
And so I bought it. I said, "You're right." In fact, I bought 2.
Oh no.
Well,
you
it was
doubled
a good
down.
deal. So first of all, it wasn't that brand. It was some fake Chinese brand copying that brand.
Oh,
and 2, instead of getting 2 of them, I got 1 toothbrush and 1 face scrubber.
What was this site? Where did you order this from?
Well, that was the thing. I saw it. I think it was pretty sure it was Android Police. I saw it on a relatively well-known blog. Obviously, this is one of their advertising, revenue generating schemes, and they had what looked like an article saying, "Wow, this is a great price." So I just clicked it and bought it. So I think it's also probably prudent to be careful. So I am frugal in the wrong way.
Gotcha.
In other words.
So it's more like, ooh, there's a deal. I'm going to grab it.
Yeah.
Versus
I just bought a Lenovo computer because it looked like a deal. Actually, although I have to say, now having checked back a week later, the price did go right back up.
Oh.
Lenovo, it's interesting. One of the most aggressive computer companies in terms of discounting. You should never buy, because I buy a lot. I love the ThinkPads, so I bought a number of those. In this case, my new desktop is going to be a Lenovo. And because I'm a fan of the hardware, but I notice you should never pay list price for any Lenovo gear. There are discount coupons floating around. There's a site called Lenovo Perks. There's just a lot of ways. And so anybody who's thinking of buying a ThinkPad or a Lenovo computer, check around. Maybe use one of these. Maybe use Honey or something, because I've never paid list price. And often the discounts Lenovo offers are 33 to 50%. They're huge.
That's interesting.
So I'd feel bad if I bought a Lenovo computer at list price and then saw that I could have saved a third.
Yeah. So you saw the deal on the one that you're getting soon, and you grabbed it while it was still on the deal.
Yeah,
That's
without
awesome.
doing research, which is a big mistake.
But
in this case, I think I won.
Yeah, that sounds like it. So I will say, we were talking about kind of being careful about the deals that we make, or the deals that we jump on. Wish is a site or a service where you are likely looking at products that aren't.
It makes you buy stuff. Let's face it.
Yeah, it draws you into buying things, but you need to know that these are not AirPods.
Looking ads. What?
Those are not AirPods.
They look just like AirPods.
But it'll say, in here,
not AirPods.
These are mini earbuds, wireless Bluetooth headset.
But see, if you look at that and say, wow, AirPods are $150 and these are $15, this is too good to be true.
They're normally $253 and they're down to $15. What?
It is too good to be true. But here's the irony. They may sound just as good as AirPods.
That's true. That's very true. And will die just as quickly because of earwax and all that stuff. Yeah. So this site I've heard, because I have...
This is Wish.
This is Wish.
And it's a site only.
And it's very popular... no, this is an app.
Oh, it's an app.
And it's very popular in Australia. Why that's the case, I'm not sure. Maybe that's where it started. But it's a site where you are looking at tools and outerwear and things like that. I would not recommend that you buy much tech from this place, but the tools and the outerwear and some of the, like thermometers and things like that. Those are purchases that you can make here. What I like is that it shows you reviews of these different products, so you can see, hey, I did get these and they did work, and it shows you where the folks have ordered them from. And so, for example, this is my second order of these lights.
So you have to stay well away from sites like this or
You
apps
do?
like this. Yeah, because
Otherwise
I will
you'll buy.
buy. Yeah.
See, I'm wondering now if you get
what is
Wish.
that? Is that a DeWalt
Oh, golly,
or is it a
let's-
fake DeWalt?
we need to
I'll
scroll
go
past.
the other way.
Okay, let's go.
I want to buy that.
This?
Compact. Oh, see, it's
It's not.
It's not. It's a fake. It's the color of a DeWalt, but it's not the DeWalt.
It's not.
It's
yeah.
a DeWalt.
It's exactly. There you go.
It's Uncle Walt.
Look at this backpack.
Oh, that looks
pretty
great.
nice.
It's tactical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for one thing, okay, if you just looked at the backpack picture, you'd think it was pretty hefty, but then you look at it on the guy's back, it's actually teensy.
It's a little one.
It's a baby backpack.
Dainty little.
So that's
backpack.
another problem, is that these pictures can lie. How
Our
about
next
hats?
app caps.
Love the hats.
Yeah.
93% off. Who wouldn't buy 10?
Now there are some
Almost good? Oh, almost gone.
almost good. Almost good.
That's by the way, when I start the company, that's what it's going to be called.
Almost good.
Yeah.
LLC. There are some things on here that are a little racy, so we're just going to scroll past those right quick.
Like that mask?
No, I mean, if you want me
That's
to
a
scroll
Punisher.
back,
No.
okay,
No,
we
no,
can go
no,
past.
I trust
Okay,
you.
good.
I trust your thoughts.
Thank you. So what is
This
this?
is a really
Brake disc?
interesting. If you don't know what it is, you don't need it.
Yeah, well, who knows, Leo? Maybe I do.
I think it's for scraping paint off the wall.
It's a segment grinder.
That's what I thought.
That was what you said, actually.
No, it isn't. I don't know what it is.
Look, oh my God, I need this. It's a burrito blanket.
Blanket.
I can wrap myself up like a burrito.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
It's only $9.
It should be. It probably smells very
It smells
funky.
like a burrito.
So, is this something you think when you look at this stuff? Oh, it's made in China. When I get it, I'm going to have to air it out for a week.
I don't think that, but I think when I get it, I'm going to move it and it's going to rip.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't see. I'm nervous about all this stuff. And the thing is, it makes me want it.
Yeah.
There's another iPod fake.
I see. This is why this
Or
is
a earpod.
it's low enough in cost that I would run the
Who
risk
cares?
a couple
Yeah,
times.
these ones
to
are
see.
$9.
You know what I mean?
These AirPods are $9.
Well, these ones are only $8.
Now you're going to
down
feel
from
bad if you bought the
66.
$15 ones.
Right. It's like, darn it, I should have just scrolled a
man,
little
I
bit
could
lower.
have saved.
But again, I don't recommend going for the electronics here. I think that there's another dainty bag.
Yeah, see that they got, and probably the guy is 5'4", so the bag looks even
smaller than my
even
iPhone,
it looks. Yeah, it's you
10S.
could barely get an iPhone.
What is this here? It's an outdoor awning. I need one of those. All right, it's on its way.
Okay, so now somebody's saying now DeWalt is yellow, green.
Green, isn't that rubus? No, that's red bush. That's a T.
I can't remember what
What'd
are
you
the
say?
green.
Hitachi.
Hitachi's green. Okay.
Okay.
Black and Decker's.
Oh my
black
God,
and yellow,
Leo!
right? Yeah.
I found your next bedding.
Orange.
There's your next bedding.
Oh, 3 wolf moon or 3 bear moon.
Lisa,
That
your
is
next bedding
awesome.
is
I
here.
would actually love that. So here's a tip. If you go on a date and the guy takes you home and that's his bedspread, leave immediately. I'm just saying.
Say you need to use the restroom and go out
Say
the window.
Bye. And hope that he didn't give you a roofie earlier.
Okay, so this is actually really nice.
What is it? It's a joining kit. It's a joiner. What is it?
It's a router that makes the joins for,
It's a
for a frame.
One purpose router. It only does that.
Yeah, but there are a lot of reasons why you would need to do that.
It's got a 1/2-inch shank 45 degree router bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I bet folks
finally.
are done. Right? I've been looking for that
I have
half-inch
been
shank.
looking for that. So this is the kind. This is Wish is. What are those bullets?
It's not bullets. It's a laser pointer, but it looks like a bullet.
Oh, that's safe to carry around.
Very safe. I'm going to order 2 of them for
Oh
you.
yeah, please. So this is the Impulse Buy site. This
There you
is
go,
not
Leo.
the I wish I had this site. This is. I'm not thinking I'm going to buy it. What is that? A hoodie?
This is your next jacket.
I wouldn't. I think I would.
It's not a bad look.
Not for me. For you, I think you could pull it off.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
So I will
Me,
say,
there'd be too many bulges in that sausage to really be appealing.
oh boy. So again, listeners out there, I feel like Wish is the site where you kind of can spend $3-4 and not feel too bad.
Do not sign up for this
if you don't end up wanting it.
Because that's the problem. This is the impulse buy site.
Yes.
This is full of stuff.
None of this is stuff I need, but I have these. I have these.
What are they? Easy out?
Yeah, it's if you strip a screw and you need to get the screw out.
I kind of need that. Here's what happens. You know, it starts slow. You buy a thing once every month or so, and then pretty soon, 2 years down the road, you can't get into the house.
They're just Wish boxes
it's loaded
everywhere.
with single-purpose devices of all kinds. But if I ever need a miter joint
or an
to
OBD2
pull a screw,
reader
or an OBD2 reader, I will have it somewhere in this drawer.
What drawer was that in again?
I don't know, because I can't get in the house anymore.
Yeah, this is allegedly 24 karat gold with a diamond for only $4.
Okay,
no,
that's not. It's not. How do they explain that?
What do they say here?
What do they say? Pseudo gold.
New hot men's, women's diamond, 18 karat gold, 24 karat gold,
Silver plated
bracelet, hip hop
Wait a
and
minute.
curb.
How could it be
Cuban
gold
bracelets.
and silver plated?
24
karat something.
A bit lighter in color, but all good.
Yeah, lighter because it's not gold.
Not exactly what I asked for, but pretty okay. That's what they're going to say about that company you're starting.
That is the name of my company. Not exactly what I asked for, but almost good. Pretty okay.
So just be careful if you're going to shop on Wish. I just wanted to point it out because
reviews, because you can see what people thought when they got
Unless those are fake too. Now I'm really worried, honestly.
Wait a minute. Really? Really? That hoodie? What? Really?
Oh my God.
Really? What is that? Who's that cut for?
That's cut for.
That's not European cut.
That's cut for a mannequin, is what that's.
Mannequin cut.
What is this? No one is shaped like that.
Well, what is the collar too? It looks like you could attach a helmet.
See, I kind of like the collar.
Like it's designed to attach a space helmet, so you could wear this when you're walking on the moon.
As I often do.
It's coolish.
It's coolish, but I'm not feeling
good.
yeah. Oh, well, that one's not so bad.
It's the same one, isn't it?
Well, but the color, I mean.
Oh, I see.
All right, let's.
So
I
that
wish
was $14 though. See, so
down from 28.
That's how you might be suckered in by this. Another set of AirPods.
There you
These
go,
are
Leo.
$18.
Isn't this what we call poo brown? Is that what Lisa calls it? Your favorite color of brown leather?
She told you that?
Mm-hmm. There you go. There it is.
She hates brown leather. Leather is naturally brown.
Right.
She hates brown leather. She thinks I have something wrong with me because
your nice bag.
all my leather. That's the color. My purse.
That's a good brown.
You think it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I understand her desire for black.
She wants black or red. Those are not natural leather colors.
You've never seen a red cow?
And I never hope to be one. Look. Ooh.
No, we got to get off of here, Leo.
Ooh, extra long distance, 9,800 meters.
300,000.
That will see 300,000 meters. That will see 10 kilometers away. I think you'd see the Earth's curvature if you went.
Wait, does this say Angel's bow and arrow pattern? What? Angel who?
Angel. Angel. That's the guy.
Oh, the guy that made this.
The guy that made this. Is it a flashlight? Is it a scope?
Who can tell? It's a monocular telescope laser outdoor hiking travel portable telescope fashion accessories tool is what it is.
I love these long names. You know why they do that? For SEO, right?
Yeah. I can look it up really easily. But it's normally $500 down to $16. Got to get this. As Tree Climber in the chat says, this is for people who like to shop. Indeed it is.
This is the modern Sky Mall.
Do you
remember? Are you?
Oh my God,
are you
the
old enough to remember
magazine.
Sky Mall? It would come on the airplane where you're trapped for hours. There's nothing to read except the SkyMark catalog, and it's full of stuff like this.
This is Michael Scott's favorite app, is the Wish app.
Oh, I love it.
All right, let's get off of here before we end up spending more money.
Is that the only reason you know the name Sky Mall is because of The Office?
Should I answer that question?
I think so.
It is. It is, yes. Let's talk about Jet.
Jet's an interesting story because Jet was created by the guy who worked for Amazon. But before he worked for Amazon, I believe it was diapers.com he started. And Amazon, this is an example of Amazon's predatory pricing. He started diapers.com. Amazon scraped the site, would offer cheaper stuff until they basically made him worthless, then bought it.
Oh, that's awful.
Then bought it. And he worked for Amazon for some time. But I think deep in his heart of hearts, he said, I'm going to get you, Jeff Bezos. So eventually he went out and started his own Amazon killer called Jet.com. Well, Amazon killer went about as well as you might expect.
Right.
Eventually Walmart bought them. Now, in a way, this may be living up to its promise because Walmart is in a desperate head-to-head competition against Amazon. Walmart is trying to take its brick-and-mortar business and turn it into an online business. And Jet was key to its strategy. They've invested a lot of money in it. Jet's very aggressive in pricing. It might be a good place to go check. You go to Walmart.com, though, to do it, I think. Or can you go to Jet.com?
I think you can go to Jet.com.
Okay, but it's still Walmart.
And there's an app as well. That's what I'm on right now. And so for Jet, one of the things that they do, and the reason why we're doing it on the Smart Shopping
Micah.
episode,
It even knows you're you.
it's me, because I think you have to create an account in order to
But
use
it shouldn't have cherry blossoms. That's long over.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Sunflowers.
So with it, as you add more to your cart, then the prices for individual items get less expensive.
That was always the Jet idea. It was kind of a... So this is what strikes me with everything you've talked about. There are people who are willing to put a lot of energy into shopping. And Jet rewarded that, right? You spent time thinking about it. You spent time building up your Jet thing before you pressed buy and all of that, so you get a better price. And then there are people like, that's you. Then there are people like me who just want to, just give me the, I want it now. Yeah. I don't want to spend time shopping. I go in a store, I'm in and out.
See, I hate stores. I would say I'm a hybrid.
You're
an
online shopping kind of guy. Yeah.
And most of the time,
that's probably the future, right?
Like with Amazon, or for example, I've been using Whole Foods Market does deliveries to Petaluma.
Isn't that awesome?
Lovely. Or sorry, Paluma. What is it that we said?
Pluma.
Does deliveries to Pluma. And so I've been shopping with that, and I get the stuff, at my door, and then I don't feel bad about always forgetting my shopping bags that I'm supposed to bring with me, and then they give me eyes whenever I buy a bag. Anyway, that's beside the point. So I don't like to really go into stores and find the deals or whatever, but with most cases...
You don't mind doing it. Maybe it's because you're in your jammies, you're on the couch.
Right.
You got a TV show going.
And it depends on the thing, because on Amazon, no, I just find whatever they I usually am using the Wirecutter for their recommendations.
That's a smart thing to do, because then I think they're very good in terms of their...
especially home stuff.
Yeah.
They're
the consumer reports for your generation. They really
Precisely.
are. Yeah.
But when it comes to a site like this, Jet, when they add that layer of like gaming almost to it, where that's where I get into it. I think that's fun. And so I'm trying to find a brown leather bag for you, Leo. So here's a nice Kenneth Cole bag.
I like Kenneth Cole. In fact, they often are highly discounted.
So we'll put that in the cart.
So that's one of those brand names that apparently isn't, I don't know, is now no longer...
like exclusive?
Yeah. But so somebody probably bought it and said, look, this is what we'll do.
Ooh, here's another bag for you. Peel leather, or is it pile? I'm not sure. And let's see.
Now, let me ask you a question.
I'd love for you to do that.
Because I'm afraid you're going to buy something.
Yeah.
Let me distract you.
Why is it not loading?
Let me distract you.
Go ahead. Distract me.
So is this Jet?
This is Jet.
That's Jet, yeah. Somebody said it's Walmart with purple icons.
I like purple, though. There's something about purple.
Yeah, tea and stuff. Yeah. So it really, actually these days, if you go there, it feels like you're shopping at Walmart. It's kind of a lot of bulk stuff, a lot of home goods, food, that kind of thing. Now, but the nice thing is, if you have a Walmart near you, you can order and pick up at Walmart,
which is really nice.
Yeah, I do like that. That's one advantage brick and mortar has, and one thing that Amazon is working really hard to get next day, and I think they'll have same day delivery.
I think so too.
Do you ever? This is the question now. Okay. Do you ever go to Alibaba? AliExpress?
No, I don't.
So
it's like shopping on eBay for me. I don't do that.
Alibaba is the Amazon of China.
Right.
So they are very aggressive in terms of pricing. Maybe a little bit less, maybe more low end stuff. I wouldn't, I don't know what this is, but I wouldn't buy it from.
Whoa!
I wouldn't buy it from Alibaba, whatever it is. I think it's a wig.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah,
but who can tell?
Discover your style. Is that your style?
Actually, yeah.
It's only
the crimped hair look.
Yeah. So it's a kinky straight lace front human hair wigs, bleached knots, Brazilian remedy hair wig, glueless with baby hair, 130% density.
Oh, it's got baby hair.
It's got baby hair. It's human hair.
Well, they say.
They say. Well, it's China. You don't know. It might be human prisoner hair.
Oh, dear
God. So they do have reviews. I mean, it's very... And now, here's a couple of things to note. When you order something like this, sometimes it will say, you're going to get it in 8 months.
That's the other problem. I don't have that patience.
Well, okay, this one's not too bad. I could get this beautiful, kinky human hair wig by August 15th. 22 inches, because there's only one left. Two left. One left. That's got to be a lie. See, I don't trust anything I read here.
Okay, then let me ask you, have you ordered from this site before?
I have a couple of times when it was something so cheap and I didn't really care. But I do know a lot of people use it and shop. Now,
and you got the
warning I was going to give you is sometimes it will say you won't get this for 90 days.
Okay.
And you do, and then my experience has been you get it in the normal like couple of weeks, but it's shipping from China.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes they're just erring on the side of safety. I would not buy anything that I don't know how to describe this. You know what to buy here and what not to buy here.
Gotcha.
If you want 30 millimeter thick makeup lashes or 12 pairs of hoop earrings, maybe
Leo, have you seen my natural eyelashes?
Yeah,
I don't need those.
You don't need those.
But that I need.
That hair is great.
Only $4.
Here's a digital watch for $1.82.
See, and that's the stupid stuff that I would probably buy that I don't need.
What's confusing here, it says women digital watch men. Don't know what that means. It is only $2.
It looks rose gold though.
But see, estimated delivery September 20th.
Oh, that's a long time from now.
So it's not, it kind of cures the impulse.
That's true. I like that.
Here's acrylic rhinestones.
What's this finger situation go? Are those fingers?
That looks like gorilla hands.
That's really disconcerting.
It's snake oil, tender hand cream, hand care, antibacterial, anti-chapping, whitening, nourishing, anti-aging skincare cream for people with hands that look like gorillas.
Oh, gosh.
That's a human's hands. I don't know where they went to get this. But again, you see, this is like Tiger Balm or stuff. You know, it's anyway.
I know someone's bought Moshi tape.
Yeah, Moshi tape would be perfect to buy there, right?
Yeah, and they bought that there. Oh, a car seat? See, I don't think I'm going to do that.
Baby stereotypes.
It's one of those things you'd have to air out, like you said.
Yeah, this would kind of be funky when you open it up.
What's that little cherry thing there? Oh God, why do they have to show those teeth?
There are
Alibaba
a lot of
wigs on this
is
site.
The National Enquirer of shopping sites.
I love it.
It's down market. It's weird. You thought you got a deal with the $8 AirPods. $1.73.
What I love here, Leo.
How low can they go?
How low can you go? You got Sky Mall for Wish. You've got National Enquirer for Alibaba.
Yeah.
I hope you can come up with a comparison for the different
We'll
ones
keep going. But I think that it's a good thing to have Alibaba in your back pocket.
I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to, then I'm going to spend.
Don't be scared off by the shipping times because my experience has been they're usually faster. The stuff they sell is...
Oh, I got to have that Apple Watch.
Yeah.
$1.29 for that Apple Watch?
There's a deal. Wow. I mean, I think it's kind of fun to browse through. Ooh,
that's how I feel about Wish.
Nice. Here's a sticker for $1.94. Actually costs more than your AirPods. But it's for the AirPods.
Breastfeeding bra.
Yeah.
Oh.
All I can say is if you trust Alibaba for your baby's jammies, you can get them cheap here. I think I would stay away from open flame.
You got a baby shower to go to.
You don't like the people too much. Wait a minute, even better, $1.22 for these
video.
AirPods.
Wow, premium.
Yeah,
experience.
premium. Look, the video. It opens. They're inside. They don't really quite fit right.
They don't fit quite.
They're kind of not symmetrical.
Yeah, you get a unique shape with every order.
Yeah. But, for all you know, these are made in the same plant that Apple makes its AirPods.
True.
And I'm telling you, we got to keep shopping because can we go lower than $1.22? $1.22.
There's 32 cents.
No, those are the silicone tips for the AirPods.
111?
$1.11. Now, you see why I use this site.
So go ahead and order those.
No, I'm not going to order those.
See? It's a fun game, I guess. But you're just playing it with yourself.
$1.05. The shipping is $1. The shipping costs more than the AirPods.
Lord have mercy.
Beautiful. They're light and sound great. So I've now found the best price.
Wow,
98 cents for AirPods. It even comes with a charging cable, the battery box.
You should order those.
Should we order them and just see?
Can we please? That'd be fun.
Just see
We
how.
can follow up
Because wouldn't it be ironic?
if they're really good, or they're just like they're fine.
How good does it have to be for $1? The shipping's $1.05 to United States via China Post ordinary small packet, which means, wow, if I pay $2, I can get it by August 31st. If I pay $55, wow.
Maybe pay the 3.
What's the cheapest? Okay.
$274.
It's like 3 times the price of the
But for the fun, Leo.
AirPods. All right, I'm not going to order it now, but I will order, and that'd be
Let's
fun
see.
for a later show.
Yeah, we'll follow
sometime
up.
next year. We'll have the dollar 98 cent 98-cent AirPods.
Oh, I'm so excited. You put them in your ear and you are activated. It's the Manchurian Candidate.
I don't care. For that price, it's worth it.
That's how I feel about it, too. Oh, boy. Do we want to talk about the next app? We want to talk about headphones.
No, you can do.
All
Let's
right,
do another
cool.
app. I don't mind.
Sweet. So let's talk about NTWRK. NTWRK.
What's that?
NTWRK. NTWRK. Oh, they're going to make me do this.
I hate it. I had to do that with Alibaba too. We have to turn our iPad sideways.
I think I did this on my phone, so I didn't have to do this.
This is another thing you should know about AliExpress. As you go through it, like these are $2, these are $3.52. Different ones cost more. So there's only one on the page that's 98 cents. It's that. But honestly, is there anything? It's an earphone bag, I think. I don't think it's See, this is the thing. It says earphone bag. I bet there's no earphones in them. So that's how they get you with the 98 cents. Still, $2. Maybe you only get one for $2. It is. You only get one.
You're kidding me.
White single.
Oh my!
So
wait. Is
buyer
that your
beware.
dating profile?
Yeah, pretty much. Almost good. White single. Almost good.
Oh, I did this.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you
it's
not
get it?
I'm
Can you not
almost
find
there.
it? All right, I'll keep buying stuff on AliExpress.
Yeah, you keep up the good work over there. Leo.
So I want to find one that actually is cheap, because that was a little bit of a come on.
Oh,
But I think that's how they do it in all these. So this one says $1.08, but once you say buy now, it says, oh, okay, which one do you want? The single headphone is $2. Where's the? Oh, yeah, it's the same thing. It's $1.08 for the bag. So this is how they get you. And then when you say, well, wait a minute, where's my headphones? They say, well, you didn't read the listing carefully. It's just a bag.
oh, right. That's
I just think these are, I don't know, cartoon animals, baby play mats. Oh, that's the other thing I love about these. And this probably is where my my fake toothbrush and its face scrubber came from. The other thing I love about these is when they have characters, like they're fake Disney characters. They're kind of Mickey-ish.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I think I want to fill my house with cute chocolate cookie shaped fashion design makeup mirrors with
We need
comb.
one of those on the desk. So we can
23
comb our
cents.
hair.
How can you say no? Let's see. When I order, it's only 23 cents. Do you want deep coffee or brown?
Oh, deep coffee.
Deep coffee. So they look like actual Oreos. So there you go. 23-cent makeup mirror. What? I mean, how could you go wrong with that? And it looks like an Oreo. So you might actually eat it
On accident.
on accident.
One morning when you're at your breakfast computer.
Is it on accident or by accident?
I say buy usually. For some reason, I said on that time.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know.
wait a minute.
Maybe they're both correct.
Horse oil hand cream.
Oh, good. I do love horse oil. You know, when I am having cracked hands, I always choose horse oil.
Look at the before and after, though. I mean, that's amazing. This is incredible.
Well, okay, so before is a horse and after is a human.
Just amazing. I want some horse oil. Man, that's got to be good.
I love the horse on there.
You think it's made from a horse or is it for horses? Either one is disturbing.
Why are you putting oil for horses on your body?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got NTWRK up now.
NTWRK.
This
Mortal Kombat 11.
people who've probably heard of this site are sneaker people.
Okay. Are you a sneaker person? Yes, you are.
Oh, heavens no, not at all.
Really?
Yeah.
You're wearing beautiful white Air Force Ones.
Well, thank you. This was just a shoe that I wanted at the time. I was at a store and I said, "Oh, I like those white shoes."
Yeah.
And I grabbed them. But I am familiar. This is Adidas. I'm just kidding.
You got the swoosh. You got the swoosh on there. Yeah.
But folks who are into sneakers and new pairs of sneakers and things probably are familiar with this app. It has new drops of shoes and the products that kind of go along with it. For example, this weird SpongeBob character that we have here. I can't tell why Leo's laughing.
The chat room is making me laugh.
Okay. So you can see, what does it say?
Well, loquacious, because I was saying, you might eat that compact because it looks like an Oreo. She said, yeah, just like people sometimes think guitar picks are tortilla chips. I don't know why.
Guacamole.
That cracks me up.
If I had $1 for every time
I've eaten a guitar pick thinking it was a corn chip.
Oh,
but
man.
once you put enough guacamole on it, it really doesn't matter.
This is true. It does taste the same. It's what you cook it with. So these are sort of, I would call these like pop culture type drops. It's different.
This is for the Utes.
Yeah, this is definitely for the Utes.
Wait. Go back.
Okay.
I like the Stormtrooper. That's fine.
2002. How do I go back?
That's really expensive.
Let me go back, please.
Oh, this is my big problem with iOS.
It's
never
apps.
apparent how to get back to where you were.
First comment is Corn Nation. Oh my God, I can't.
How much is that?
2,200
for an action figure. How big is it? Or is it a costume?
It's 6 feet tall.
Oh, it's a costume.
I wish I could tell you.
Or is
what
it a human-sized? We don't know. We're stuck. We have to. I can't tell you how often I have to force close an app because I can't figure out how to get
frustrating? Back. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm scrolling down to find what you're
Android
looking for.
Because it has a back button. It's like, ooh. Those are purple sneakers.
So this is a drawing that you can enter.
Oh, okay.
They're valued at $1,500.
Ah.
You can get them for as little as $100.
Sneakers are they that expensive?
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah.
What else falls into that category of it's only priced? I guess diamonds. We've just decided. Well, but those are more rare. I guess.
Look at that.
Now that's a shoe.
What is that? I want that shoe.
I don't know if you can wear them. I think they're like bronze.
No, they look bronze.
Oh.
Now you're stuck again. You can't get back.
Oh no, I did it again.
Try swiping. Maybe swiping?
Oh, I just had to do a bigger swipe. Good job, Leo.
Yeah.
And then some Funko Pops as well.
What's that?
That's Migos.
What's that?
The Funko Pops are these little plastic
What is that
characters.
pop-up that keeps coming up?
That's telling me, hey, we don't have your shipping address yet. Put in your shipping address. We want your shipping address.
Yeah, you know why? Because they want to know everything you look at. They don't care about the buying. They want to know what you looked at because now you're going to get Funko Pop ads in your
Oh, God. As if I don't have enough.
What is the Seinfeld?
I would love to tell you that,
you can't buy it.
Come on.
It's just a thing.
It just says Seinfeld, notify me. Okay, cool. Anyway, the point of this app is it's pop culture stuff, and it's, you're looking at shoes and fun little characters that surround that. But this is a good way to easily find those for pretty good pricing. And then I think that the big thing with this app, the reason why it was listed among popular shopping apps is because of the drops that it does. That you can be part of drawings.
And what that does is that gets you to check in regularly.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
And that way you're one of the first people to own the Bape by Pharrell Williams.
Oh, Pharrell's making that money. Wow.
Purple shoes.
So it used to be in the old days, the thing you always wanted as an app was to be on the front page, right? Of your phone or of your iPad, because that's what people see over and over again. And they realize that isn't that good, that the real thing you want is to be in the notification list. And so almost every app, I'm sure this app, the whole point of those drops is that they can put pop-up notifications. And then, you have a pretty good chance you might click it, open the app.
To be reminded about it.
Yeah.
Especially, like, we've got a lot, over time you get a lot of apps on your phone.
Hundreds of them.
You forget about the ones that you have.
So it used to be front page was the key. Now it's all about notifications.
I agree. And I also think that there is some, this was listed in the App Store editorial thing as some of the shopping places to go. Yeah. Network is the one.
Vowels. They're so 1990s.
I took all the vowels out of my name.
What does your name become? MKH.
With a little bit of just like a light at the end. One more, and it's called DTS.
Oh, jeez.
Are you down to
shop?
Yes, you got it.
Oh, my God. Again, this is aimed at the Utes. So it looks like DTS is a TV show. I don't understand. I'm confused.
This is the magic of DTS.
Uh-huh. Okay, first of all, we'll start with
I'm gonna show you how things work
a lion emoji.
I'm the plug. We find the dopest products you can buy.
Dope.
And we put out episodes every day, and it works just like Instagram. You swipe through the episodes with your thumb.
It is a TV show.
It is. It's home shopping for the Utes. Home shopping network for the
That's actually
Utes.
brilliant. I would invest in that company. Do you think the youths will watch the home shopping? I guess they would. They watch Snapchat videos. They watch Instagram videos.
They watch Twitch
TikTok.
for hours and hours.
Yeah.
This is how, and what I like about this is it's people doing a bunch of different funny things, but then you see while the show's going
Product
on,
placement.
I want to get this. I
Yeah.
want to get this.
Yeah. This is really interesting.
So I tap buy now under this, and I can see there's Snoop Dogg's cookbook.
Here, plug this into the bottom. Oh,
I
no,
would,
it's
but it's not
Type-C.
USB-C.
Yeah.
I'm
Snoop
gonna go ahead
Dogg's
and pause.
cookbook. What do you... dollars to donuts. There's blunts in every dish.
Oh, I'm sure it's probably some cooking with weed, different types
Cooking
of
with weed.
what's that oil called? CBD, cooking with CBD oil.
CCBD.
CCBD.
CWCCBD.
So there are all these fun shows and themes, and
man.
folks can.
Oh, man. Do you think this is a success?
I think that
have
it has
your
every
people
reason
been
to
talking
be.
about it?
I have not heard any of my younger siblings talk about DTS. But the other thing too is that it's not only shopping with your actual card.
I find it fascinating that they're using emojis.
You can also get points
Of course,
for
you can get
using
points.
the app and then cash those points in for products.
Yeah. Just like you can get tickets for playing skee ball and eventually win the giant stuffed animal after a year.
Back in my day, we went to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
And I played that game.
And they spit out a lot of tickets, but it turns out you need even more to get anything you want.
By watching these videos that are just advertisements.
But, you know, I notice that it's Megan Mullally and Ron Swanson on there. So they have some pretty big stars.
They do.
Too. Yeah. It's interesting.
Once the clout coin fills up, tap to collect a prize. Well,
they've gamified the whole thing.
Look, I watched an episode, so I get 25 clout points.
What can you buy with 25?
Share this video and get free clout. Let's see, what can I buy with?
Share it. You get 2,000 clout points.
For 1,000 clout points, I can enter the $200 shopping spree
giveaway. You can enter a giveaway. Come on, can you get anything?
For 1,000 clout points, I can get a 5K golden ticket. What does that do? You get 5,000 clout. You pay $1 and 1,000 clout points, and then you get.
So we now actually know the real value of clout points. Which,
for 1.5 million clout points, I could get a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, see, that's where they get you.
That's a lot of watching of the little videos.
This is as old as time. I
and
remember
look, real AirPods.
If I had 800 cereal box tops, I could get a Mr. Potato Head. It's as old as time.
Tail as old as time.
Tail
Beauty
as old as time.
And the DTS.
You know, I could see though that you know, I would invest in that because that seems like that has some real chance to go big.
I agree. I honestly, so this was it's home shopping
down to shop
for the youths.
For the youths, and home shopping does very, very well in for the olds. So.
And you know, I've watched through one too many home shopping video.
You don't watch home shopping.
It's the knives, Leo. It's the knives.
The knives guy
man.
is pretty hard to take your eyes off.
Yeah, I can't help but watch them cut through pennies. I mean, wow, look at that knife.
Turns out that's not that hard.
And look at it cut through that tomato in such thin slices. Wow.
Our show today brought to you by something much better than the pinball machine that is these programs. By Calm. This is an app you could put on your phone or your iPad that will make you feel better, sleep better, focus more, have a better life in general. Calm, at first, seemed to be guided meditations, and certainly they still have the daily Calm. Here it is with Tamara Levitt. The thing about the guided meditations are...
Welcome to the Daily Calm.
You could turn them on.
In today's session,
they're 10 minutes.
Explore the integral role of the breath in practice.
And you get better and better at meditating, and that we know is good for you. How about sleep? Look, by the way, I just love what they put up on the iPad screen. It's a mountain lake. There's also sleep stuff, which I really like. Meditation, changes your brain chemistry. It's been shown to slow the release of cortisol and other stress chemicals in your bloodstream, adrenaline. We all know that one. Giving you some much-needed relief. The World Health Organization has named stress to be the health epidemic of the 21st century. Everyone knows that we're under more stress constantly. With Calm, you'll discover a whole library of simple, guided meditations on themes like anxiety, on creativity, focus. I love the sleep stories. I can't recommend them more highly. Some by very famous people like Stephen Fry, Matthew McConaughey. Some by people who just have the most beautiful voices. They have children's stories too. So this is something you could do with your kids. Here, let's listen to the Snow Queen you were talking about.
Hello, my name's Anna.
Hi, Anna.
And for tonight's sleep story, we'll be visiting a faraway fairy tale land.
See, honestly, I would listen to this.
Me too.
Of ice and snow, of hope and adventure.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. Hope and
But
adventure.
before we begin,
What?
let's take a moment to settle in and relax.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it, Anna.
Snuggle down into your cozy bed.
Oh, man, we got to stop because there's people listening to this in their car and they're going to go to sleep and that would be bad.
No.
There's music, too. You know that there's ambient music. Moby released his new album exclusively on Calm.
And I saw Above and Beyond was on there too. I really like Above and Beyond.
Oh, I don't even know them.
Oh,
You'll discover new stuff all the time, which is one of the beautiful things about Calm. Meditation in a lot of different areas, focus, but also relationships, personal growth, kids meditation. Wouldn't it be a great thing to give your kids, the gift of meditation? I actually gave Abby a Calm subscription.
Because it's all about practice.
She could listen, yeah.
So to get it from that young age, that'd
3
be
to
great.
4, 5 to 6, 7 to 10, 11 to 13. So they have Calm. This is for little kids. Isn't that cute? It's so beautiful. It's so sweet. The music is fantastic. Lullabies, relaxation, nature melodies. I love the soundscapes. If you like ambient, we were talking last week about having ambient sounds to help you sleep. This is just great. That's a light rain. Calm is so cool. If you're stressed, take a deep breath and get Calm. CALM.com. I have the premium, as you can see, and I recommend that. And we can give you a pretty good deal on that right now, 25% off the premium subscription if you go to calm.com/iOS today. That's CALM.com/iOS today. 50 million people have downloaded Calm. Can you believe that?
Wowie.
That is a success, and deservedly so. Calm.com/iOS today. Get the premium. That's for me that's the best deal. Calm.com/iOS today. Now that we're relaxed, I feel much better. After all that shopping, made me a little stressed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was a little anxious.
It's not calming.
It's you spending your money and being tricked into spending your money.
Yeah, that's what I don't like is the dark patterns that kind of trick you. So I woke up this morning. I know. Immediately fired up my iPhone and said, "Did I get an invitation?" I did not. Did you get an invitation? No. So Apple Card is officially rolling out today to select users.
And it was supposed to be users who said, "Hey, please notify me when Apple Card is launched."
I'm sure you did that.
And I did that.
Yeah.
But I did not get the invite. So
the way to do it, to find out, is to go to your wallet.
Yes.
So you have the wallet app to apply for Apple Card in the wallet app. If you've received an email invitation to the Apple Card preview, I didn't check my email this morning. So now that I know it's an email invitation, let me look there.
Yeah, maybe you got it.
God, I would love to get it. Oh my God. God. So the Apple Card is not a particularly, I shouldn't say this because they're going to blacklist me, not a particularly economically good card.
Right. The awards that you get or whatever, the rewards.
They're not better than others. You can get, for instance, it's 1% for everything you use the card for, 2% for Apple Pay, and 3% if you buy Apple merchandise with the card through Apple Pay. But as somebody has pointed out, if you have a Target Elite card or whatever it is, it's 5%. And so you can go buy an iPad there, get 5% cash back. So it isn't, and the interest rate varies depending on your credit score. But what's going to be exceptional about it is that the software.
Yes.
Because Apple's doing the software. It'll be in the wallet. It'll give you budgeting tips. It'll give you an idea of what you're spending it on. The other thing, I think probably the most important feature to me is not the titanium card, although that's got some coolness in it, but is the privacy. Because just like Apple Pay, and you get this already if you're using Apple Pay, it doesn't give the merchants your credit card number. It just gives them a token, which they redeem. They don't get any information about you.
Right.
And so for privacy purposes, that's great. Now, I should point out that the card is run by Goldman Sachs. They do get all the information about what you're buying.
Yeah.
If you read the fine print when you apply for the card, and I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it will say that your information will be held by Goldman Sachs and sent to credit reporting agencies, for instance. There's no credit card that doesn't do that.
Right.
So
that's standard.
It isn't so different, but it's maybe a little bit more secure, a little bit more private. Check your email. You must be a U.S. citizen or lawful resident, 18 or older. You have to have the latest version of iOS 12.4, not 13, but 12.4. And applying for the card requires an iPhone. You have to use an iPhone that can use Apple Pay.
Yes, and I think you have to have basically a device that has Touch ID or Face ID in order to use this.
That's the key to it. Okay. I see receipts from Apple. I see subscription confirmations from Apple. But I, sad to say, see no invite from Apple. But keep checking your email. If you get an invite, you'll be doing it. Yeah, there it is. How to apply for the card. Step 1, open wallet app. Step 2, tap plus. Oh, maybe I should just do this and pretend I got the invite.
Step 3, tap Apple Card.
So I'm going to add a card to my wallet, my walleta. Apple Pay. Add cards. Oh, nope, see, it
doesn't have a list.
It's not a list.
And I just checked mine too.
No list.
No list.
No list.
But I'm running iOS 13, so that might be why mine's not.
Yeah, I'm 12.4 on my phone, so
that's smart.
I kept it that way for this very reason.
And
so keep
they
your eye
still
peeled.
let you down.
Anybody in the chat room? Did you get a Apple Card invite?
Yeah,
check your email.
curious.
But I think that's very exciting. We're finally we knew it would come out in August. I mean, that was pretty much the promise would be summer. And Apple, Tim Cook on the quarterly analyst call said, yeah, it'll be coming out in August.
And I want to give a little shout out to Matthew Panzarino from TechCrunch over on Twitter. He's answering a lot of questions.
Oh, does he have it?
Yeah, he has it. And he's answering a lot of questions about the Apple Card there. So if you check out his article and then questions that come up aside from what's in the article, he's been sort of retweeting and answering.
Renee Ritchie
I wouldn't be
have one.
surprised.
So we're going to do a Mac Break
Although
Weekly
he's Canadian, so...
Oh, he can't get it. He won't have it.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Matthew can. And apparently he's already bought sweaters, hoodies.
See, he's the shoe guy, so he probably knows about...
He knows all about that stuff. The FTC is looking into the Amazon-Apple deal that crushed small resellers. I'm kind of glad they're looking into it. I don't know what will come of it.
Right.
But remember that that Apple wasn't selling on Amazon. Then they made a deal a short time ago. And all of a sudden, all of the third parties that were selling Apple gear on Amazon, that's how you had to buy it through a third party, are being pushed off of Amazon. In fact, Amazon, I think in general, is pushing off a lot of smaller third-party sellers.
Yeah, and I imagine comes down to the algorithms and the monies.
Yeah.
And what makes sense there. I will say that there's a part of me, I don't like that smaller sellers are being pushed off of a platform, but in terms of consumer protection, I do like that first-party sales are available on Amazon. That if my mom really likes to shop on Amazon and she's going to buy an iPad,
you'd want her to get it from
I'd want her to get it from Apple versus some third party. So that part makes me feel good, but I understand, the concern here with Apple, because it was kind of a deal for both sides, because then Apple finally started offering Prime Video again on Apple TV, and
clearly something went on. And the concern of the FTC, I would guess, is that it's collusion. You don't want two big sellers colluding on price fixing, things like that. So that is illegal.
Amazon and Apple have been in the spotlight before with the books stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll keep an eye on it. This comes particularly from a number of marketplace sellers, big ones, who were pushed out was said you can't sell anymore because Apple's now selling on here. And so they went to the FTC and said, wait a minute.
FTC, we have a problem.
Yeah.
So we'll see what comes of that. Like you said, if anything will come of that, who knows?
Yeah, a lot of times we're seeing nowadays these investigations, and they don't really turn into anything.
I did want to talk. We need to talk about Velcro.
We should. So okay. This is a hook and loop. This is Apple wants to call these Velcro attachments. I love the Apple Sport Bands, and
that's the best one.
It's a great band because it's very comfortable. It's the sweatpants of Apple Watch bands, and Apple calls this hook and loop, but a lot of us wrongly call it Velcro. Velcro is a trademark, and the Velcro folks. Do you want to play that video? Just a little bit of that video. The Velcro folks made a video saying, please don't misuse our trademark.
Yeah.
Companies made a video
and they got a lot of reaction.
telling you that this is hook and loop and not Velcro.
They hired
Our message has been heard.
nobody. They used employees.
Amazing. Colorful words, exactly.
Who are all these f***ing clowns? An angry viewer asked us. Kevin says, please hook and loop your heads out of your asses. This guy really hates our lawyers and our trademark rights. Sean,
I have to say, I love it that the Velcro company did this.
Me too.
Because this shows a sense of humor.
It's cheeky.
And they make the point that if you don't defend a trademark, you lose it. And they don't want Velcro to become Kleenex or Xerox, a generic, but they're trademarks.
And this is what I didn't know, Leo. I had no idea that. So I didn't know about the trademark rule where you have to defend a trademark, and that was kind of the thing that was new to me.
Yeah.
Now there's some clarification we need to do. I did because this is I love lighthearted. What's that word that I'm looking for? When I love
self-deprecating humor.
But I love lighthearted pedantry. And
lighthearted pedantry.
Yes, and so we had a viewer who gave us some feedback about hook and loop.
This is how it all started.
Yes,
I kind of mocked the notion that Apple wanted to call it hook and loop, which is a terrible name.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like the governor of Colorado, John Hickenlooper.
Right.
And I just said it's Velcro, folks. It's Velcro. And then so he wrote us an email saying it's not Velcro.
So here's the thing, though. We heard from the guy that 3M owns the trademark for hook and loop. That is false.
They do not. Hook and loop is generic.
Hook and loop is the generic term for this type of fastener. What 3M owns is the trademark for using their brand, 3M, next to hook and loop.
3M hook and loop, they own.
3M hook and loop they have, but they do not own hook and loop. And so everybody can call it hook and loop without getting in trouble. But if everybody starts calling it Velcro, then Velcro can no longer keep that trademark.
They lose if they don't,
So that's why they're begging people, listen, we know that you're mad at us, but please don't use Velcro unless you're specifically talking about, as they say, Velcro, our brand, hook and loop fasteners.
This is on their website. It's not Grippy Grass, although Rutuba Pow is a pretty good name.
My favorite one, let me see if I can.
You had one that you really wanted to call it.
I loved that.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can find it right
So we
quick.
should actually standardize, because hook and loop, I don't like. It's wordy. That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
Velcro is very straightforward. Velcro.
Thunder seams.
Oh. Deal.
Thunder seams.
Sold.
Hello.
Thunder seams. So I have the Apple Sport Band with Thunder seam technology.
Thunder seam fasteners.
Thunder seam. That's good to me.
I love it.
Thunder seam is hard to say if you have a lisp, but it's better than hook and loop.
And when I have to start wearing Thunder seam shoes.
Thunder seam. What does that sound cool?
That sounds so neat. I'm waiting for that Thunder seam drop on the network.
Wait a minute, though. Okay. What do you mean when you have to? Like when you get old like me?
I didn't say you said all that. You added all that.
But that was
subtext.
implied.
Oh, okay.
When I have to. Why would you have to?
I don't know if something happens to my hands.
Yeah, no. You
Arthritis.
know that I wear Velcro sneakers, and you're just going after me for that. I mean Thunder seam.
Yeah, Thunder seam shoes.
See, here's part of the problem. For all I know, those are Velcro.
Oh, they could be.
So that's the problem, is that sometimes it really is Velcro. Mm-hmm. And then what the Velcro Corporation.
But if it is Velcro, it's not Velcro. It's Velcro brand fasteners. You have to say the whole thing. That's why Photoshop doesn't like it if you use their name as a verb.
Well,
you don't Photoshop things. You use Photoshop to manipulate a photo.
Language being what it is, these things happen.
These things happen, and I'm sorry.
I feel like what the Velcro Corporation is saying is, well, at least we made this video, so we are defended our trademark.
It's proof that they're defending it.
Yeah. If I can't call them Velcro shoes, what do I call them? This is in the FAQ. You can identify any non-Velcro brand products by their common terms, including self-fasteners, hook and loop closures, and thunder seams. We get it. Hook and loop isn't in our everyday vocabulary, but calling it Velcro just wouldn't be true.
I think it's silly, and that's why I like it.
I feel like they're doing the legal minimum, but do they really care? I think they know. And isn't it an ad, really, for their product?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Apple, we talked about this last week. Apple joined Amazon's Echo and Google's voice assistant. Siri joined the group. All three of them use human contractors to grade the recordings that they get. The concern, of course, many of us have is that some of the recordings are false triggers and may even be intimate moments.
Passionate trysts.
Passionate trysts is the phrase you used. And so I understand the privacy concern there. Apple says, oh, it's just 1%. Yeah. So finally, everybody's doing this now. Amazon, Google, and Apple all are saying it will be opt-in. We'll no longer be listening with humans. That's actually going to hurt Siri, I think, because as usual for Apple, the more privacy, the less they can, do this stuff. But I think Apple did the right thing and has said, okay, we're no longer going to have humans listen to your Siri recordings.
And for me, for a mid-nerd, I think that, the option to opt into some of these things, I'm happy to do. It's okay if they get my accidental triggers, fine by me. But I think that it was important that all the companies just say for sure, yeah, we do use human grading, but I think human grading is important.
They need that. That's one of the things that makes it better. Let's take a break. When we come back, we've got questions and we've got our app cap. But first, a word. Are you getting a little peckish? I think we ought to call DoorDash. Time to fire up the
app while you're...
I love DoorDash. Do you love DoorDash?
I do.
I am such a fan.
I told you they saved my life when I visited that time.
It was so cute when Aunt Pruitt, our newest hires, family came to town, and we mentioned. I think they walked by a store and it said DoorDash was on the sticker was on the, and they said Isaiah, his 11th grader, said they have DoorDash here. I said, my friend, they have DoorDash everywhere. 3,300 cities, all 50 states and Canada. DoorDash connects you with your favorite restaurants, both brand names like Chipotle and Wendy's and the Cheesecake Factory, Chick-fil-A, and local restaurants, the best restaurants in your town, so that you can get food to your door, and I love it. It happens. Look, there's no shame in it. You're not in the mood to cook. You're not in the mood to do dishes. And I bet you more and more people, and I don't know how DoorDash feels about this, are saying, let's DoorDash tonight, right? Because, that's really what you do. You go on the app, and you pick what you want to eat, and it comes to you with your Dasher, brings it to you, and it's fantastic. Don't worry about dinner. Let dinner come to you with DoorDash. Right now, $5 off your first order, $15 or more, when you download the DoorDash app and enter the promo code iOS today. I'm thinking... When you first got here, you're living in a hotel, getting ready, looking for places. DoorDash is a lifesaver.
Yeah, it quite literally. I was so hungry that day, and I just really needed something to eat, and so I hopped on and was like, okay, what can I have?
Plus, it's a great way to see what's in town, what restaurants.
Exactly. Yeah. Because it shows the ratings for different things. So you see popular options and all that kind of stuff.
I get hungry when I look at it.
Man, oh man, look at these.
Acre is one of our favorite coffee shops.
It's so good.
Love it. Soft-boiled organic eggs, steel-cut oats. So you can get breakfast.
With chia and flax, that's what I had that
sounds
day.
Great.
So good.
So good. And, of course, the Great Acre Coffee. That's a local. But they've also got all the chains. I love DoorDash. Get it on your phone. Put it on your phone right now. And then you'll get $5 off your first order of $15 or more. So download the DoorDash app and enter the promo code iOS today. The promo code for this is iOS today. Don't you love it? The real-time tracking, because when you're really hungry and you've ordered something, I love being able to look at the phone and say, oh, my Dasher's getting close. I love that. That's so good. DoorDash Put it on your phone, and then eat your heart out. I say this every time, but I really am grateful to DoorDash because I put it on my mom's phone. She lives in Rhode Island, and because she's getting old. She's 86. She didn't want to cook much, and I said, "Look, Mom, anytime." Yesterday, I got because I get the emails because it's on my charge card. I put my card on it, and yesterday she had about $50 worth of pizza. So I know that's not Mom. She had the grandkids over and had a pizza party, and it just warms my heart.
That's
I feel
sweet.
so great.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not there, I can buy her dinner. And Lisa's done it with her parents now, and they live in town.
Oh, I really like that.
Yeah, their favorite restaurant is on there, Alfredo's. And so Lisa said, just look, if she puts her card in, order whatever you want, and it's on me. I love it. That's another great use for it. DoorDash, delicious, delivered. Let's get to some questions from our esteemed audience. And again, we love it if you send those questions via audio or video. So if you want, record a 30-second video, first name, last name at the beginning. No, first name, city, not last name at the beginning. And send a link, put it on YouTube if you want, or you can even send the whole thing to us, but put a link to YouTube or wherever and send it to iOS Today at twit.tv because we'd love to get your
And
face
don't we
or
have
voice
even
on.
a phone number?
We do, but no one knows how to get to it.
Gotcha.
Do you?
No.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I'll have to ask Megan. I think it still has a message from Sarah Lane. That's how old that phone. And Sarah always said, I got to change that. Never did. Kevin M., he wrote in, looking for a solution which would allow me to scan in documents using a physical scanner. So he wants an app on his phone that will connect to a physical scanner. I'm legally blind, so this is a reason for using a physical scanner over simply using a scanning app. And by the way, he dictated this with Siri, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So Siri
With
woke
Siri,
up.
which is
Siri,
awesome.
which is awesome. Let's see what she says. Interesting question.
It wasn't a question.
Well, it was, which is awesome.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Interesting question. So I don't know the answer to this. Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. So there's an app. It's called an app and a service. It's called Doxy. Doxy is this company that makes a little scanner. Here, let me see. There we go. A little scanner, and maybe we'll pull up the website soon. But you turn it on. It's battery powered. You slide a document into it, and it pairs with an app that you can have on your phone. It's got
great.
Wi-Fi, and it also uses it's Wi-Fi, and you can also set it up to where it's its own Wi-Fi network, so you can just connect directly to it.
So neat.
And after you do that, then it will show you your Doxy scans right there on the device.
So there are a lot of apps that will take pictures with your phone and scan. And for most people, that's the simplest, most straightforward way to do it. But if you're blind,
Right.
you don't know what you're taking a picture of. So I love it that this will tie into a physical scanner. You have to buy a Doxy scanner to do it.
Yeah, so the site was up there. The Doxy Q is the one that I have. I like it because it has...
Oh, you actually have this? Oh, nice.
And it has a little flip top portion that you can load multiple documents into it, and 6 or 7. You hit start, and it scans them all through. And it has a little spot on the back too where you put receipts. And so even without having to flip it up and do all the extra work, just with that little slot, you slide it in there, and it'll scan receipts really easily. So it's the Doxy Q, and it is, like I said, you could take it with you. I think it says 1,000 scans per battery.
Oh, that's nice.
And as you
Wow.
see there, like I said, the flip top opens up. You slide them into the top. They come out the bottom, and it's scanned immediately. I, at one point, wanted to go, fully paperless or as close to as possible. And the app on both the Mac and on your phone, there's OCR stuff. There's easy, like turning them into PDFs, stapling them together. I think that this device is fantastic for anybody who wants to go paperless or who does a lot of it, like expensing and stuff. Doxy Q, well worth the money, in my opinion. And in fact, I had one for a long, long, long time, and the battery quit on it. And so I went ahead and messaged their support team, and they sent me a new one, no problem. So they're pretty good with their customer service as well. But yeah, I will say that I have not tested the app for voiceover. So that is one thing that you'll want to be, sure of. But I can say, without a doubt, that you can scan with that physical scanner, get it into the app, and export and do the share stuff from there. So iOS's tie-ins to the app will work with VoiceOver, of course. So finding the navigation between those 2 points. Yes, it's Wi-Fi, it's USB, and it also has an SD card loaded. Can do a bunch of PDFs that then become searchable through OCR, and will stitch multiple photos together. So pretty neat, that old Doxy. But yeah, that'll give you your physical and app connection that you're looking for.
DOXIE, Doxy. Tim in Overland Park, Kansas. I use LastPass, and I also have passwords in my passwords and accounts manager in iOS. That's the keychain. Or it might be in Safari. Is there a way to synchronize the two? It seems like I have some in one or the other. Do I need both? Is it better than one better than the other? We should mention LastPass is a sponsor, so I have a little bit of a bias in this regard. The Apple does a very good job of keeping track of passwords and, most importantly, keeping them secure. I generally don't recommend using a browser to remember passwords because most browsers do not keep the passwords secure. Firefox, Chrome allow you to see the passwords in the clear once you're logged in. And so if somebody got access to your computer, they'd be able to get all your passwords. And I think that's kind of a problem. They don't pay as much attention to security because their position is, well, if somebody has access to your computer, well, clearly
they've gone all the way.
Yeah. Apple does, though, a much better job. It stores them in the keychain. I think even if you use Safari to remember passwords, it will still store it in the keychain, which is secure.
That is correct.
The drawback to it is it only works with Apple devices, Macs and iOS devices. So it doesn't help if you have a PC. It doesn't help if you have an Android phone. It's kind of a, as with many services that Apple provides, a walled garden. However, I think it is fine. And you'll notice when you, in the new iOS 12, when you want to fill in a password, there's a setting to use the password manager in iOS, or if you've installed LastPass or 1Password or some other password manager, use those. You could continue to use both. And then when you go to a site that wants a login and you tap, it says passwords at the bottom, and you tap that, it will say, oh, which password vault do you want to use? Keychain, or the Apple password vault, or whatever you have installed, in our case, LastPass. So you could still use both. I generally recommend using one just because it can get confusing. There's also the issue of if you ever want to use anything besides Apple, if it's stored in keychain, it's going to be locked in there. So I like the idea of storing everything in LastPass. You can export your Apple keychain, import it into LastPass. At that point on iOS, you might want to turn off using the Apple account manager as your password vault. You can say, no, just show me LastPass. Then you won't have that choice every time you want to use a password. That'll save you a click. But honestly, they're both equally secure. LastPass's chief advantage is that it works on every device you might have. Its chief disadvantage is you're going to have to pay for it if you want all of that cross-device syncing. And it can be, it's a couple of bucks a month, I think, $3 a month, something like that.
Yeah, so I was just looking here, and in the chat, ScooterX shared a link to LastPass's information for importing from another
import
password
from
manager,
everything, pretty much.
which is awesome.
Which makes sense because they want you to move to LastPass. So yeah, it absolutely can get it from Keychain and your other password manager if you decide to switch to LastPass.
I kind of use them both. I do understand, you're kind of asking about the overlap there. I end up just using them both because sometimes there'll be an app tie-in that doesn't support my password manager but does support the keychain option. And then sometimes it's the other version. So by having both of them there, then I kind of have those bases covered. But if I ever do make one that's made using iOS's, then I do try to manually copy it over to make sure that it's available.
Generally, the security recommendation is, and this doesn't have anything to do with the insecurity of Keychain, but the insecurity of other browsers, is only use your password manager to record, save passwords. Keep them in one place and keep them in that password manager. So I go whenever I install a new browser, including Safari, I turn off, and there's always a setting, turn off remember passwords, and then it won't bug you, won't say, do you want me to remember that? It'll just, when you log in, it'll just do it. And I always turn it on in my password manager, in this case, LastPass. And that
makes sense because
generally
you're
the recommendation.
doubling the opportunity for your passwords to get stolen, essentially.
And since we know that Safari does fine, but other password managers don't do a good job, other browsers, I should say, don't do a good job, just get in the habit of not using the browser to remember passwords. Let the password manager do the job. Finally, Michael in the Dominican, I have a question about cookies. I use Safari on Mac and iOS, of course. And on my Mac, I've installed both the Ghostery and Traffic Light Safari extensions. While these are blockers, I still see a long list of cookies installed in my privacy preferences. So what gives? Are they really working? No one wants to turn off all cookies because your experience on the web would be severely degraded. You may want to, and you can, in every browser, you could say, don't do cookies.
Right.
Or you could do what we suggested when we did our privacy episode a few weeks back, use a privacy-focused browser like, so I really like Firefox Focus. I use that on all my mobile devices. In fact, one of the nice things Firefox Focus does, it'll give you a notification every few days that you could tap to erase your cookies and erase your history. The reason you need cookies, cookies got a bad name, and I don't think really appropriately. Cookies are a way for a site to save state, to save information about your visit onto your computer.
Right.
There are plenty of times you want to do that. If you ever go to Facebook and it just opens up automatically, that's because Facebook saved a cookie saying, oh yeah, this person is logged in. Otherwise, every time you went to any Google search, Gmail, Facebook, every site, you'd have to log in individually each time. Now, maybe you don't mind that. If you hate cookies with a passion, that's what you're going to have to do. There are plenty of times when it's a site will say, oh, I know it's you, Micah. I know your shirt size, whatever. Those are all saved in cookies. That's cookies. The original name is persistent client-side state information. And the reason is, as you know, when you use a program on your computer or on your iPad, it saves your settings, your preferences.
Right.
There was no way for a website to save preferences unless it was able to put a little bit of information on your disk.
Exactly.
So that when you go back, it says, oh, here, where are his preferences? So it may be better to use the word preferences than cookies. Then it might not seem so intrusive. Here's where people got in trouble with cookies. The rule for cookies is that the site that set the cookie should be the only site that can read the cookie. And that rule is still in place. And you'll notice every browser has a setting to block cookies, accept cookies, and then a middle setting, which I highly recommend you turn on, block third-party cookies. And that's the privacy leak that some people are concerned about. Third-party cookies mean that when you go, for instance, anytime you go to a page and there's a Facebook like button on there, in order to load that like button, that page, even though it's not owned by Facebook, went to Facebook, downloaded some code to put that like button there. At that point, Facebook could then read, not the site's cookies. Let's say you're at Starbucks and it had a like button. It can't read Starbucks cookies, can't read anything Starbucks knows about you, but it can read its own cookies, its Facebook cookies. That's considered a third-party cookie because you're at the Starbucks site. So blocking third-party cookies does not generally harm functionality. All of Starbucks cookies will continue to work. What it does do is prevent Facebook from keeping track of where you're going on the web, because every time you go somewhere with a Facebook like button or any Facebook code at all, Facebook gets a signal and then can set a cookie. And so it's to prevent that kind of leakage of information. So I always turn off third-party cookies. You won't see any real degradation in performance or usability from that. But turning off cookies, and you don't need a privacy blocker to do that. You can do that in the browser, but try it.
Even on iOS, you can turn it off.
You can always turn off cookies, but when you do so, you're going to make it a lot less convenient.
We don't think you're going to like it.
We don't think you're going to like it. So that's why Ghostery and Traffic Light and other privacy blockers don't disable cookies. If they did, people would howl.
They'd go, I gotta get rid of this Ghostery.
So it's fine. It's fine to use those. Ghosteries are actually really useful because it lets you know what kind of tracking cookies are being set. But disabling cookies, that's built into the browser. You don't need any third-party tool for that, but you may not like it.
It's like you sat on the chocolate chip cookie and now it's stuck to you and you're walking away and it goes with you. That's the tracking cookie. You don't want those. You want the ones that you get to nibble on when you come back to the table.
I want to do a quick, yes. I want to do, or that Oreo compact in your purse.
There you go.
I want
with some nice tortilla chips.
Those are tortilla chips? I had no idea. This is a preview of something that we're going to do. I'm going to do probably on this show, but maybe I'll do it on Hot. I got something from Teenage Engineering this morning.
And I don't know what it is either, so I'm with you.
And I told you, don't look it up. It's a Swedish company. But I think this is really cool. So let me just open it up and I can show you. And then this is a tease because we won't be we won't be doing a review of it in any time soon. But this was under $100.
It's $4 AirPods.
These are the best AirPods. What is it? It is a pocket operator. So this company, I think this is the coolest thing ever. Let me open it up. This company makes pocket synthesizers. And this is their voice version, but they make a variety of them. You see it comes in kind of a bare bones circuit board is open, but you plug in headphones and you hit these buttons on this calculator-sized device. Mm-hmm. You can record sounds, you can record tracks. There are people making literally albums with pocket operators. They make a huge variety of them, ranging in price from $50 to $90. This is the voice one, and the instructions are inside the box, which is great, so I won't throw away the box. And then I got a second thing because honestly, I thought this is I'm gonna break this if I don't get a special pocket operator Pro case. And so here's the Pro case. So this basically turns it into a calculator.
Okay, so I was worried. Yeah, I was kind of worried.
Yeah, because the circuitry's out. Read the story of Teenage Engineering because it's really cool. This Swedish company, these guys make pro synthesizers, but they realized that they could use really inexpensive chips, and this is a really inexpensive chip, to create synthesizers. Synthesizers that sound every bit as good as $1,000 synthesizers that you could keep in your pocket. So I got the little case to protect it. It's going to go on this, and then I can keep this in my pocket, or because it's
hanging
small
around
enough,
your neck.
hanging around. Yeah, they have a lanyard, so you could walk around, and I will be synthesizing.
Go beep, boop, beep, beep.
Well, I can't wait to play the sound because it's actually if you go to you could go to the Teenage Engineering site and they have some sound samplers that you could play. I got the voice one, Speak it's called. So you can play some of the Speak synthesis stuff, Kevin. But I think it's... Oh, and I didn't mention, but there's also a screen. And the screen will show cookie little animations.
Oh, my God. This will be fun.
Isn't that going to be fun?
Yeah.
And they're really high quality, surprisingly. They're not like cheap little 8-bit synths.
Yeah, this sounds great.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. You're going to be the next Marshmallow. You are Marshmallow, though.
I am Marshmallow. Nobody knows it. This is, I'm kind of outing myself.
Here we go.
No, wow.
And drop.
I am the next bass nectar.
I can't wait to hear some of the...
Actually, John, do we have any AAA batteries? I could put those in there because I have something I could plug into these.
Oh, yes. Let's do it.
It's time to show you the new AfterShokz. By the way, congratulations. You finally got a pair of AfterShokz.
And I've been using them nonstop.
What do you think? Aren't they great?
They are great.
I love our AfterShokz. Unbelievably comfortable open-ear headphones. They use a patented bone conduction technology. They don't go inside your ear like earbuds. And by the way, I am done with earbuds, especially like the AirPods. After a while, you can't wear them very long. Your ears hurt.
They hurt. Mm-hmm.
There's lots of evidence that it's bad for your hearing because you tend to turn them up so much. These are great. This is the new one, though. This is the AeroPex. The AeroPex is waterproof, submersible up to 1 meter, so you can wear this swimming. The AfterShokz have always been kind of water resistant, but these are really for if you want to swim or you want to go and really get wet. This would be the choice. I want to open this up, shall I?
Mm-hmm.
Let me.
Please and thank you. It's still magneted. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good.
The packaging is great. I'm always pay attention to that.
Be open. I do too. I feel like it shows you quality. Mm-hmm. So these are just as light and good looking as the original AfterShokz, but now waterproof. Let me put them on so you can see what they look like here.
And I learned the design is a little bit different because they actually angle the bone conductor part.
Oh, that's interesting.
So the sound is a little bit better too.
Oh, interesting.
The conduction is better.
These are kind of new and improved.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, they don't go into my ear. They go over my ear and right in front of it, which means that if you're running on the street and you can hear cars oncoming, you can hear emergency sirens. I also like it. I use them for phone calls because I'm not isolated from the world. So if Lisa says something to me, I can respond to her. I hear her. These are just fantastic. Great for phones calls, great for conferences,
walking
great
the
for
dog.
music. Yeah, walking the dog. Wireless Bluetooth 4.1 connectivity. You can pair it, multi-point pairing, which makes it great because I can pair it to all my devices, which I do. So I keep them always ready, always on the ready. And sometimes they're so comfortable with this lightweight titanium headband, they don't fall out, that I just leave them on. I leave them on all day. So I'm always ready to take a call or listen to music. Great for audiobooks, which is my #1 jam. IP55 certified, the original AfterShokz, to repel sweat, dust, and moisture from workouts and bad weather. These are the new AfterShokz that are have advanced audio, a longer battery life, and are waterproof and submersible up to 1 meter deep for 30 minutes, so you could wear them swimming. This is, I should show you. I've never shown people the accessory kit. It comes with this really nice silicone bag that you can keep it in. It has, of course, all the charging stuff you'd need. What is this? That's the user guide. Okay. Here is the charger, I believe.
And it's magnetic this time.
Oh, so it snaps right on.
I believe they give you 2, if I'm not mistaken.
It looks like they do. I love that.
It's Bluetooth 5.0 as well.
This always cracks me up. I thought, what? Why do they give me earplugs? But they do, because they want to prove to you that the sound is not coming in around into your ears. You put these in, the bass actually sounds better. So your ears are not helping. This is going right through your cheekbones, and it's really a remarkable technology. I was skeptical at first, but I love it. 6 hours of continuous music and call on a single charge with the original AfterShokz. 10-day standby time. Charge fast, 2 in an hour and a half. 2-year warranty. I'm a big fan. So now, Micah, you lucked out. Because
the green ones.
Yeah, you lucked out, because now it's just in time for Micah Sargent, the new AeroPex Tech Bundle. And we're going to give you $50 off your AfterShokz Tech Bundle, whichever you choose. Go to iostoday.aftershokz.com and use the code iOS Today at checkout. $50 off, offer valid, I'm sorry, only in the U.S. For legal reasons. But I think this is really a great product. I love that now. So they have this new magnetic charger that just boop,
and they'll also
on.
alert you if there's moisture. It'll say, hey, we think there might be some moisture, so you might want to dry that
really
off
cool.
around the charger.
That's really cool. Yeah. These are great. I love my AfterShokz. You will too. AfterShokz is AfterShokz. So it ends with KZ instead of CKS. AfterShokz.com. Go to iostoday.aftershokz.com. Use the offer code iOS Today for $50 off the tech bundle of your choice.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now, it is app cap time. We're going to have to clear the decks for this because my app cap is big. But let's start with yours, Micah Sargent.
All right, we'll start with mine.
Start
it's not
with your
big.
app cap, my friend.
Let's see here.
Oh. Mine doesn't fit so well. I like your helmet. I like my helmet. Unfortunately, my head is a little too big. We're both wearing bike helmets. Mine is R2-D2, or no, it's BB-8. I always get that wrong. And yours is a Knight of the Old Dominion. I wouldn't wear that as a bike helmet. Actually.
No. There's not a whole lot of padding in there.
My recommendation: do not. Show us your app cap.
All right, so my app cap I'm super excited about. It was originally something else, and then I came across this app between then and now, and I changed it this morning because of how much I love this app. It's called Endel.
Endel.
Endel. Endel is an app that gives you atmospheric music throughout your day, depending on what you are doing. So it uses the circadian rhythm. It uses which of course you know I'm a big nerd about sleep science and all that stuff. This uses your biological clock to determine the type of music that you should be listening to depending on how your environment is. Ooh. It uses the time of day. It uses your location to know what the natural light is outside. And if you give it access, it can also use your heart rate and your motion to determine what music it should be playing. And it creates a soundscape that adapts in real time.
In real time?
Real time to what you're doing. Very cool. So I have been listening to this thing nonstop right now. So there are 4 different modes. The first one is called relax. So if I'm sitting at home and I'm not necessarily, maybe if I'm reading a book or I don't know, hanging out with the dogs or something, I just want to relax. I don't want to watch anything necessarily. I go ahead and tap on that one, and it provides a nice little soundscape.
So relaxing.
Then there's focus. This is a good one to listen to while you're at work, and maybe you're typing, you're doing something on the computer, what have you. And this gives a little bit more of a pump as it changes. And I also like it's a little interactive too. If I tap on it, it adds a little bit of music to the environment, the soundscape. That's focus. And then next is called On the Go. Now this one, you can see it's not doing a whole lot of sound right now, and that's because it's actually using the motion detector inside of whatever device you're using to it pumps up the volume, it pumps up the speed and things like that as you're walking or running or what have you, and changes the music based on that to give you that energy surge that you need to keep going. And then last, the one that I've been using the most is Sleep. And this plays some nice, it's got that atmospheric background that your brain can focus on so that you don't hear as much of the other sounds around you. And that's the Sleep version. So 4 different profiles: relax, focus, on the go, and sleep. And it's a very simple app other than that. You just a play and a pause, an AirPlay option, a timer to shut it off after a period of time. And then it will provide insights once it starts to get to know you. So I actually haven't been using it long enough to get my weekly insight reports, but it collects and visualizes your data to provide how your circadian rhythm was affected by these different things and how much you've been, using Endel and how maybe it affected your heart rate or your movement. And so this is like a nice constant playlist in the background, which I think is fantastic. So, because there are times where I don't know what music I want to listen to, and maybe I don't want to listen to music. I just want to have, because I do not like complete silence. I'm not a complete silence kind of guy.
So this is ambient. This is like Eno's music for airports kind of.
Precisely.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, but it's attuned specifically to you, to your environment, to your heart rate.
Endel. I'm getting this. That's great.
Is
it free?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Which, again, that's one of those But they offer a premium subscription that gives you those insights if you want them. So, but you get to check out the insights at first for free. And then after that, and you can see, it's been lauded in a lot of different places that have been pretty excited about this, including Pitchfork, which is known to be very...
Well, the name
like
tells
anything.
You. The name tells you, man. They don't like anything.
6.3 times concentration increase, 5.5 times involvement increase, all sorts of things.
Circadian rhythms, pentatonic scales, and sound masking.
Yes.
You know why they use a pentatonic scale? You can't have disharmony on the pentatonic scale.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Is that music theory stuff?
if you only play the black keys on the piano, it'll always sound good.
Okay.
Yeah, right, Jeff? Yeah, Jeff's our musician, our drummer. Drummers don't know. He's nodding. He doesn't know. He's a drummer. Jeff's actually a very famous, legendary musician. That's why I'm going to let him play with this, my pocket synthesizer.
Oh, there we go. Getting some monitor.
I got it.
Some screen stuff.
It goes great with my helmet, I think.
Yes, it does.
All right. Get ready. I got to clear the decks here. It's time to play RoboMaster. I ordered these some time ago. The RoboMasters finally came, but they came in pieces. More than 70 pieces. Several hundred screws. This is from DJI. They make the Phantoms. Actually, I'm going to even take the iPad and put that away because you already have a camera on it. Well, that makes it a little bit easier. But let me bring it over here so we can play with it a little bit. This thing is incredible. The RoboMaster is a Chinese robotics competition. I actually have to dust mine off because Michael was playing with it in the dirt.
It's been out in the door.
Which is probably not meant to do. The RoboMaster, let me put the batteries in so we can light it up. These are lithium-ion batteries designed to last. I think they'll last a couple of hours.
Last a lifetime.
Well, the batteries aren't going to go away for a while, but as far as the juice per charge, there are a couple of things I'll point out before I put the batteries in. It does shoot things. It shoots these pellets. Now these pellets come dehydrated. In fact, these are how they come initially. They come,
wow!
They come. I'll show you a couple because they're tiny. They look like you can get the over-the-shoulder shot.
Like beanbag stuffing.
Yeah, like beanbag stuffing. But what you do is you put them in water and you soak them overnight, and they turn into
Oh my God.
I'm keeping them in Tupperware so that they don't evaporate.
It's like those little dragon sponge pellets
They
that
turn
you drop in the
into
water.
these.
Wow. Can I feel those?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So these are the
Ooh,
pellets.
That's kind of nice. Just to...
I know. When you the reason they do that is so that if you shoot them all over the house,
As one does.
Mom will get mad, Dad will get mad, but you don't have to worry because they'll dehydrate into those little tiny pellets after a day, and all you'll have is little white pellets all over the house instead of the big
white pellets.
Yeah. They go in this special pellet holder right here, and so you can put quite a few in.
Oh my goodness.
But it will also, it doesn't just shoot pellets. Actually, I'm going to probably have to reload before I really take this out for a ride. It doesn't just shoot pellets. It also has a laser cannon. That's what's coming out of, actually the pellets come out of here. There's a camera on every one of them. And it does a lot of things, including being fully programmable in Scratch or Python. It's a little easier in Scratch. The kids will probably want to use Scratch because that's a drag and drop programming interface. So these are remote controlled. You can buy DJI makes a remote, but you can also use the RoboMaster remote on your iPad or iPhone or Android device as well. So each kid, if for as many as for every Robo, you're going to have an app installed on the device and control it. And then the other thing that's really interesting is these are Mecanum wheels. Now this is a really odd kind of wheel, and they're kind of hard to put together. But the wheels can slide sideways as well.
Oh,
so
that's
this
why they look like
this
that.
thing can slew. It's getting caught up in my wires here. This thing can slew sideways, can move in any direction. It has a camera built in, so you can actually target somebody and it will follow them around. You can say, follow that person, which
good.
is a little scary.
Yeah, love our future.
Yeah. This is, if you have a kid who is interested in robotics and wants to know more, this is a great project. Now, I do mean project because, as I said, assembling it is a couple of 3-hour project. And Michael got some help from his dad, who is very mechanically inclined, is a builder. So I sat down with Michael. We did it, but we were moving a little slower. When Michael's dad came over, he said, "Oh yeah, we can put this together." And they did. They did a great job putting it together. As you could see, it has Wi-Fi connectivity. So these antennae will connect to the Wi-Fi, and then from the Wi-Fi to your phone. So you have to be on the same Wi-Fi network. Let me put the battery in. I didn't put it in before because it's, well, frankly, terrifying. Now it's lighting up.
Oh my God, it's figuring out where it is.
It is.
Oh man.
There's RoboMaster.
I love that light chime, like it's this very kind device. Hi,
Doesn't
I'm your
it already
friend.
kind of looks a little scary. Let me connect it. So that's the next thing you have to do, and I'm going to fire up the RoboMaster software here, and we're going to connect the RoboMaster. You do have to create an account at DJI to use this thing. Probably the first thing I'm going to do is drive it off the table. So let's first connect it. Now I'm connecting via Wi-Fi. Okay, connection via Wi-Fi. Okay, connected successfully. New firmware, we won't do that, but that's
the killer firmware.
Pretty regular thing. We can go in solo mode, which lets you control it.
Oh
There's
my
battle
God.
mode if you have more than one.
It's very loud.
And there's also programming mode. So, left joystick, right joystick. Okay, let's go out of this. And by the way, look,
camera.
Who do we see?
Oh my God.
Whoa!
It's so fast. It's so fast.
Should we put it on the floor? I'm really almost came off the floor, off the ground there. Whoa! let's infrared beam. Equip the infrared beam to battle your opponents. So I don't know, equip the. That's a custom skill, and you could program these in Scratch or Python.
So you can do like what is it? Fortnite dances.
Maneuvers. It also has a targeting mode.
Oh my God. Oh dear.
I won't aim at your nose. Let me aim at your chest. How about that?
How hard are these?
No, they're not going to hurt. That's the laser.
That's the laser. Okay.
Yeah, not so bad. I wonder if I could shoot the pellets.
I'm really nervous.
So I can steer it. I can control it.
It's so fast.
It's really fast. And you see it slides sideways. That's the Mecanum wheels, which make it really scary.
There are two. You have two of them, really? Oh my God!
Part of the problem, yeah, it's $500, but by itself, doesn't do much. So if you want to have fun with the kids, you'll get two of them. The other thing you can do, and it comes with, it's funny, it comes with a roll of blue painter's tape and these target cards. And you can actually assign yourself tasks. For instance, you can set up a course with blue painter's tape. The camera will follow the blue painter's tape, and you can set it up. And this is one of the tasks, and this comes from the Chinese robotics competition that these are originally from, to take a picture of each target card and recognize it. And so you can, in the program, you can do things like that. You can create new programs to do all sorts of interesting, crazy things. I just think this is really interesting. Now, once we get into Scratch and the programming, it's a drag and drop programming environment, so that's kind of fun. We can do target practice, which is using the computer vision to recognize these markers, and you have to do it in a time limit. The player with the highest score wins. Again, having two, despite the price, two will help. There's also a target race. Hit the targets as fast as possible. So there are a number of things, a lot of things you can do to play with it.
So
I love the dance mode.
That's fun.
I'm glad I'm wearing a helmet. That's all I can say. And let's see if we can find a person to lock on to.
Oh, CEB8. Which one is yours? CEB13B.
I'm trying to lock on to Anthony here.
C13B.
Maybe John would be better. It is, I think, an opportunity for a kid, probably a teenager. I'm saying, I think they say 14 and up. I think a younger kid, if they had some parental supervision.
It noticed John.
Oh, it is locked in on John now?
Or it's trying, at least.
It will follow. We've done this. It'll follow you around.
There we go. You're locked on. Try moving to the left or to the right and see if it'll... Yeah, that one. But see, this one's starting to move with you very slowly.
So as he moves, it will continue to target him. Yeah. These are a lot of fun. Downside, price, and you've got to put it together. It's not impossible, but it's kind of like an IKEA. They don't have any text at all. It's all images. And so it took us a little trial and error.
No, really? That would be hard.
It's like a big IKEA project. But I think there's also a point to that because you're going to understand a little bit better how it all works together.
True.
It's all modular. There are a lot of screws. There's a special screwdriver. Making the mecanum wheels is kind of fun. It has a special mount. You have to lubricate the special rollers. It's a project, and that's the whole point. It's a fun project. The other side of this is getting down to the programming. Python is a little tricky. If you're a Python fan, it has an API, and it would be a great way to play with Python. Perhaps not the best way to learn Python, but if you already know Python, a lot of fun to play with it. The kids will probably almost certainly use Scratch, which has built-in modules, the Scratch modules. They do have a lot of videos on the RoboMaster website, on the DJI website, to walk you through this whole process. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Oh! Nice. You figured out how to fire the gel beads.
No, but yours just
You really are trouble, aren't you?
Look, there go mine. Those are starting to dehydrate.
Here, I'm going to fire them at the camera. Gel beads. Load gel beads. Oh, see,
Here,
I think I'm out.
Wrong way.
Yeah, I'm out.
Here we go.
I got to put
Ready?
in more gel beads.
I don't want to hurt the camera, though.
No, it won't hurt the camera. See? Oh, my God, there's gel beads everywhere. There's gel beads everywhere.
I've never had so much fun on a show
Isn't
ever.
it kind of cool?
No, this is a lot of fun.
I think it's a really interesting product. I understand why it's $500. I mean, that's half the price of a good Phantom drone. It's well made. It's plastic, but I think it's very solid and well made. It's heavy. And I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. Do not do what my kids do and bringing it out in the dirt. I don't think it's really made for that. It's really made for the living room or somewhere with. It will work fine on carpets as well as hardwood floors. Our floor is a little slippery, so it skitters a little bit on the floor, but it does have a calibration mode. Once we calibrated it, it did a very good job. In fact, that's one little word of warning. You can see the course. You can program it to recognize. You can have it fight against each other. That's the real issue. Is it's $500 and you need two, really, at least.
Yeah.
Maybe if there were a league, that would be a great way to do this with a RoboMaster League. There it is. Building it is, you could see quite a few pieces. There's something like 70 pieces. Some of it's pre-assembled, almost all of it. I'll tell you what, it gave me a real appreciation for the Chinese workers who have to assemble these normally in factories in Shenzhen. They're really hard-working folks. Oh, look at that.
I took a photo.
Boom. Yeah, it does photos. So this is the RoboMaster S1, brand new from DJI. And I think they've really taken a lot of what they've learned from making their drones and put this into a pretty cool robotic project.
You can change the speed so that it doesn't go as fast, and it's a little bit less.
A little more
speedy.
controllable. Yeah, of course my kids set it to the fastest.
The fast.
Yeah. See, I need a kid around like Micah.
That's why you hired me.
Go into all the settings and mess with it and get it all working.
Don't worry, now I'm only shooting
fun?
Infrared beams at you.
Isn't it fun?
This is so much fun.
It's a green laser, not a super bright one that would hurt you or hurt your eyes. But again, you want some parental supervision, I think, on this. What do you think, RoboMaster S1? I want. Must buy.
My dogs would be so upset.
We're gonna keep this here. I gotta figure out how to put more gel beads in this one.
Oh, and it even has a gimbal to make the camera a little bit better. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's a gimbal in it because DJI makes an excellent gimbal, the Osmo gimbal that they make. So this is really the culmination of years of productizing from DJI. I think they've done a fabulous job with this. I think the other thing that the kids today, that 14-year-old's going to grow up in a world where there are robots. It's probably a very good thing for them to understand what robots are, what they can and can't do.
And where the battery pack is.
That's our app cap for this week. Question, a comment, a suggestion. It's easy. It's iOS Today at twit.tv. We'd love to get some video or audio. All you have to do is record it, upload it to YouTube or somewhere like that. You can make it private, but do send us a link, and that way we can include you on the show. Make it under 30 seconds, if you will, and start with your first name and city only. We also accept text questions, obviously, or anything you have to say at iOS Today at twit.tv. We do the show Tuesday mornings, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. That's I think 1700 UTC if you want to, or 1600 UTC if you want to stop by and watch. You can twit.tv/live. There's also an audio stream there. But the best way to consume this show, frankly, is on demand at your leisure, wherever it's convenient. Audio or video available at twit.tv/iOS. Or best thing to do, subscribe in your favorite podcatcher, and that way you'll get it automatically the minute it's available. For Micah Sargent, I'm Leo Laporte. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on iOS Today.